Hi, I'm Jen Glantz, the author of Always a Bridesmaid for Hire and a Professional Bridesmaid. Everyone loves hearing about wedding horror stories, but believe it or not, there are some good stories too. I worked a wedding for an Australian couple who wanted to get married in New York City. It was one of the most beautiful weddings I had ever worked, and it was my first wedding as a professional bridesmaid for a gay couple. When the couple arrived in Times Square, I greeted them with a gigantic hug, but what I really wanted to know was how they've lasted for 17 years together before they decided to get married. So of course I picked their brain and I asked them every question imaginable, but their #1 secret was that they just communicate with each other, and that's why they're able to put up with each other so well. I'll never forget when I worked with a couple in Chicago and I stood behind the bride as the bride and groom had their first look. The way that he looked at her was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. I remember standing there thinking to myself, wow, I can't wait for the day that I find a guy to look at me like that too. One of my favorite parts of a wedding is listening to the couple read their vows, and I remember that I worked a wedding in Michigan listening to the bride and groom read their vows to each other and talk about how they loved each other for so many years, and they didn't go into the generic things like I promise to be with you forever, but instead they said very funny comments about each other and how they were willing to put up with each other forever, the good, the bad, and even some of the ugly, and I thought that it was so beautiful how they were very honest about their relationship and their future together.